All right, guys. So I titled this Black Love is basically Black Phallus worship. Now, the reason why I say that, number one, it's mostly black women who's more on the black love thing than black men. A lot of black men for the part, they have no problem with opening up their options and they are hypergamous. So all the while black women, and this, I understand black women were programmed, but some of us are working to deprogram a lot of women and ourselves too. Not necessarily when it comes to black love, but when it comes to maybe other things that black women just have issue with, other than having to do anything with the black male. Okay, but this is not to bash anybody. This is pretty much to say what it is and what I observed. Okay, from what I learned, just my opinion. Okay, the reason why I say black love is black phallus worship, right? Because for the most part, black women are comfortable under this system. Black women have somewhere to work, somewhere to go to work. Black women get a paycheck from other patriarchs, okay? Black women, we get to go to restaurants. We get to do pretty much whatever we want to do. We get our passports and we get to fly wherever we want to fly. So when when a lot of women, and I don't want to criticize somebody's preference. They have every right to they have a right to their own taste in men. But I'm kind of specifically making this audio for those women who are so black love that they feel the need to criticize any other black women, to criticize other black women who choose anybody else besides a black man that's whether in the United States of America or throughout the diaspora. This audio is specifically about those women who are not only black love, but they feel like it's their duty to tell other black women who they're supposed to be with. Okay. And the reason why I say black love is the love of the black fellas, for what I said. How would these women I just have a question. Because they're so black love now. They love the black man so much. But it's because they're comfortable under somebody else's patriarchy. I don't care if you date white, non-black men or black men. You're surviving under somebody else's patriarchy, not a black patriarchy. Even if you go to Africa, you're going to be surviving under somebody else's patriarchy. Okay? Because they need a lot of help over there too, and China is taking over. All right. So, China's not only taking over Africa, because China, I see right now, China's taking over a large portion of the United States as well, especially throughout Los Angeles. It is so many cities throughout Los Angeles, little cities in Metro Los Angeles that is populated, highly populated by Asians. Okay. Not all Chinese, some of them are Vietnamese, Japanese, and different type of cultures like that, different nationalities. Okay. But anyway, so with the black women, these black women that criticize, and because see, the reason why I'm specifically talking about the ones that criticize other black women for their choices, because I'm not really trying to criticize a black woman for her preference. If she's attracted to black men, that's her right, and it would make more sense if she's a black woman. But at this point, it's just not helping. But I'm not criticizing anybody for their taste. That's why I want to make it clear that I'm talking about those who keep wanting to focus on other black women who date interracially, and they want to be so much about black love. But the question is, would they be black love if this system was to fall? Because right now, all of us are comfortable under this system. We get a check, or even if we own a business, we still get a check from somewhere. Okay. Running water, where does that come from? It comes from somebody else's patriarchy, even though water used to be free thousands of years ago. It costs now, but we depend on somebody else's patriarchy for our survival, not just black women, other groups of people too, but I'm specifically talking to black women. Okay. And so will those black women be so much into black love? If this whole system fall, they're no longer getting their paychecks. They no longer getting their money. They no longer have a place to live. Okay. How much black love would they be then? Okay, because the black patriarchy can't do nothing for you. There is no black patriarchy. The black male collective, and I'm talking about the collective, cannot do anything for you, because a few good men out there that takes care of their responsibilities as a man can't really do anything to make the black patriarchy strong, or even create a black patriarchy. The few guys who take care of their families, that has nothing to do with the whole black patriarchy. There still is no patriarchy, even if you got those few ones out there that try to do right by their family. Okay, so that's what I'm saying is, for those who are so black love, and specifically for those who want to criticize other black women for expanding their options, how would you feel? Would you still be in love with this black man and be all black love once this system, because it is going to fall, and it is falling now, okay? Would you be so black love to be laying up with a man that can't do nothing for you? Okay? And when I say laying up with a man, that's not to say it's other groups of men, if this was to happen, they would be in a rut too. But I'm talking about, how much would you want to share your space with this person? Just solely based on black love, okay? Because what is black love? You hear more black women talk about black love than black men. Like I say, black men have no problem with expanding their options. But also black love, when you look at what black women have gotten from the black community, the only thing they care about when they talk about black love is the culture, maybe. And the culture has had a large part to do with ruining black women and over sexualizing black women. The culture has had a lot to do with that. A lot of the state that you see black women in now is because of the black culture that has done this to black women and girls. Okay, so black women really have not benefited at all from black culture. Okay, even the red, black, and green is still male identified, because it's not really telling black women their true history. They just want to start with Kemet. Okay, after matriarchy was usurped. Okay, they're not really telling black women how powerful they really were, because they don't want black women, and a lot of black men know. Okay, they do know they're holding this secret away from black women. Okay, and so really, even sitting up under these lectures and all these teachers and buying these DVDs is still not helping black women. Okay, so there's really has been no real benefit from black women and being in the black community. What black women has got is for the most part, a bunch of children that they have to lead, that they have to raise alone. And this is not to say that black women are perfect, but I make that clear in other of my audios. Okay, this is basically talking about what are black women getting, or what has black women gotten or benefited. How have they benefited from this community? And they have not benefited at all. Okay, their paychecks come from another patriarchy. Their water comes from another patriarchy. A lot of their food comes from another. I mean, black women's survival is based on another patriarchy. Even when it was that terrible hurricane that was in Houston a couple of years ago. I think it was the year before last, and it was in the fall, and it was around a time where it was about maybe 5 hurricanes back to back, right? And a lot of those women, a lot of black women were being pulled out of their houses along with their children, being saved. And majority of the people that I saw putting these black women on rafts or boats or whatever, majority of the people I saw saving these black women were non-black men, mostly white men. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, is that in my opinion, a lot of black women right now are only black love, and they want to turn their nose up at other black women who decide to date outside of their race. Okay, this because they're sitting comfortably. They're sitting comfortably. A lot of them get on YouTube, monetize their videos, and want to get on other black women for moving along or moving elsewhere, or just not supporting the black male collective. But they're sitting on YouTube getting a paycheck from the white patriarchy. Okay, They're sitting on YouTube, or if they're working somewhere, they're getting a paycheck from somewhere else. Where I work, a lot of places I work in Los Angeles, especially when it comes to these healthcare facilities, a lot of them are run by Asians, maybe Jew, or other groups of other cultures, but definitely not black. Okay, so no matter what, you're depending on somebody else for your survival. Okay, and so black women together, you have black women independently that own a lot of businesses that do well economically, but as a collective, not so much. And this is why I have made audios in the past about black women getting together and becoming powerful economically, but that can't work because a lot of black women cannot let the very men who let that community fail. A lot of black women cannot let them go, and so it'll never be successful. It'll never work. So the best thing black women can do is be individually successful, but still, we still, whether we have a bunch of businesses or not, we still depend on somebody else's patriarchy. Okay, we still don't control water, and we still don't control gas. We still don't control the airports. We still don't. It's a lot that we still don't control, no matter how many businesses we have or how much money we make. Okay. And so I want to get back on black love is the worship of the black phallus, because there's nothing else that black women love. What else do they love? When you ask a lot of these black women what they love about black men, and they try so hard to stroke their egos, it's almost like they're pushing it. I saw one video with a lady trying to uplift black men and talking about how great black men are. Oh, the black man is strong. Oh, the black man is a king. You're my king. Okay. Well, how much is he going to be your king because it is falling. When this system falls and you don't see them paychecks and you don't get paid, and your water's not running and your gas ain't working, how much is this man going to be your king? Because he ain't going to be able to help you. Is he going to be your king then? Because right now he's your king because majority of black women are depending on white patriarchs for their survival, whether they're with a black man, whether they're married to a black man or not. The black women in the United States depend on basically white patriarchy for their survival. That's just it. Okay. So anyway, that's all I got to say. But yeah, I just titled it "Black Love is really the worship of the black phallus," because it's nothing else that you love, and we'll find that out when the system falls and everything crashes. We're gonna see how much she loved this man. She gonna throw his butt up under the bus. That's what she gonna do. She gonna throw him up under the bus because she ain't gonna be able to afford to just take care of herself and him too. He's not gonna have anything to offer because he doesn't control anything. He doesn't control anything. So he's not going to have anything to offer her while she's sitting there calling him her king. And right now he don't have nothing to offer her, but she's sitting comfortably under another patriarchy. White men are taking care of black women. She is sitting comfortably under another patriarchy. So she can sit there and call this black man her king all she wants to, because she is sitting comfortably. She doesn't have a worry in the world right now because another patriarchy is taking care of her. But once that patriarchy falls, and patriarchy is falling altogether. But, once this system is not in place, who is she going to run to? Because I get a sneaky suspicion that a lot of these Asians, when they really take over the United States, they are going to be non-sympathetic to black women and the black people, period. Okay, they're not going to care. They're going to be ruthless. They're going to be rude and ruthless. Okay, and how much is this man going to be your king? How much are you going to worship that phallus? And so that's why I titled it this. It's not to get on and criticize anybody for their preference in men. You have every right to your preference in men. But to push black love, knowing goodness well, black women don't benefit from it, is crazy. But you can't get that through to them because they're just pushing they're pushing an agenda, just like they say non-black people push an agenda. They push agendas too. They're pushing an agenda too. And the agenda that these type of women push is for black women to struggle. That's the agenda that they push. Okay. So anyway, That'll be it, yeah. But yeah, let's see how much they can be talking about not leaving the black men and loving the black men and all this black love stuff. Let's see how much they talk about it once the system crashes and they can't depend on the white man no more, because that's who's taking care of these women, whether they're married to a black man or not. The white man is taking care of them. Okay, let's see how much they're gonna be black love when all of this stuff, all of these resources that black women once enjoyed becomes unavailable to them. Let's see how much this man is gonna be a king. You're gonna see how she really feel about black men. You're gonna see her true feelings about black men. Okay, and she gonna feel the same way about black men as all of these other women that walked away a long time ago. She gonna feel the same way. Wait till she gets uncomfortable. Okay, wait till she gets uncomfortable and her survival is at stake. You're gonna see how she feel about this black man that she say she love. Okay, but anyway, I'll talk to you soon.